Now, Mayfield sat down for a wide-ranging, really interesting interview with our Mina Kimes. And among the things that he said, this was about Odell. Quote, he's here to work, and he wants to be surrounded by people who love him and support him and allow him to be himself. He's here to play in front of fans who actually care, who will actually show up to every game and pack the stadium and love him for who he is. And if you were not with us, if I may sum up the conversation you guys had about this in the first hour, it's how much you love Baker Mayfield having his teammates back, that he's there for Odell and he is showing that kind of support. I get that. But I'm now going to get a chance to ask my question about this. And I know that I'd be fascinated to hear Jalen's perspective on it as well. From the moment Odell Beckham got to the National Football League, set the world on fire and made an unforgettable catch against the Dallas Cowboys, all the Giants did was bend over backwards for him in every conceivable way. And maybe in the long run, that was the worst thing that happened to him. Tom Coughlin wouldn't take him off the field in a game in which he tried to kill Josh Norman. I mean, absolutely got suspended for his actions, but his head coach wouldn't take him off the field. His carrying on everything from the boat, thing down in Miami, however big a deal you think that was, to the kicking net, however big a deal you think that was, to openly criticizing his quarterback. At some point, the problem is you. And at some point, doesn't someone need to say, Odell, you know what? Maybe being yourself to some degree has been part of the problem. Who's going to say that?
Yeah, I don't think that Baker Mayfield is going to say that. They're going to encourage it. And I think that it is a bit of a gamble. I think there's a way that the Giants tried to deal with him, and it was, frankly, to kind of isolate him but not take him off the field. The way that the Browns are trying, or it appears the Browns are going to deal with him, is they're going to embrace him. They're going to say, be all you that you want to be. And it could result in a problem, but it could also result in one of the best teams in the league. So there's a couple different angles, and I think this is not the same thing that the Giants were trying to do. While you're saying the Giants were kind of facilitating this behavior, they weren't encouraging him to be himself in the way that I think the Browns are going to. And I think Baker Mayfield's attitude, he's the type of guy that can go up to Odell and tell him directly when he thinks something's across the line. Whether it'll work or not, we'll see.
Have we heard a teammate say anything bad about Odell Beckham? Have we heard a person who was right? We have not heard a teammate who has spent extended amount of time or been around the locker room or worked with Odell say something bad or negative about Odell. They all love him. So the fact that he's in Cleveland and he gets to be himself is going to be an endearing quality to that team. Again, Cleveland 2 years ago was 0-16. They are trying to completely change the culture. And everyone likes to say that coaches change the culture, and they do. Players truly impact the change of culture. Baker and Jarvis Landry being there are going to be able to not only motivate Odell, but keep him focused on we're doing this, not you are doing this.
I got a coach standing by. I got 1 minute. Jalen, final thought on this. What do you think?
This is not necessarily when you get Odell. It's what frame of mind is he in. When he was in New York, as a young player, you want to embrace things that happen on the field, clearly off the field. He got a chance to become a celebrity off the field. The problem was they weren't winning on the field. He got amazing love and support by Giants fans. He became a superstar. The cover of Madden, he became a great endorser, a pitchman in New York.
Yeah, he got a shoe deal. Football players don't get shoe deals.
Now at this point of his career, he cut his hair. You know why? He focused on only winning now. So now he can go to Cleveland and focus on just what happens on the field.
I have the coach of Ohio State standing by. I have to leave the conversation here for the moment. We will get back to this.
Can I sing Hell to the Vic? No, I wouldn't do that.
No. Don't do that.
We're so glad you're watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, make sure you subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.